Good morning, everybody. This is Indiana Jack, and we're in Louisville, Kentucky this morning. Gonna leave here shortly. Gonna do a pre-trip. I know some of you watch these films, and you know that I've had trouble with my turbo. And wouldn't you know, I'm having trouble with it again. So I'm gonna check that out. It's making a high screeching sound when I'm at certain RPMs. All right, man. Just did my pre-trip. Everything looks good. Now we're going to start her up and check out that turbo. See if she's making the sound this morning. Well, she's definitely making that howling sound, so we're going to get rolling today and make it into Charlotte. Hopefully we'll be able to take it into Louisville there.
You are watching Adventures in Trucking.
I kind of wish it was summer all year round. I like it when it's cool, but not the extreme cold and the extreme hot. You know, right in the middle, it's perfect. Right at the Kentucky sunrise, we just pray that the turbo lasts through the day. Only 473 miles, so do you drive for Everett? I always wondered if they were a good company. I don't know if I could stand wearing that red shirt. I mean, I like red, but they're doing the right thing by making their drivers look good, but that's just something I wouldn't want to do. I guess if I had enough of those red shirts. I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but they get fired if they get caught driving without those red shirts on. I'm sure a lot of you will comment if that's true. We'll squelch the rumor right now. We're going to be heading over on 64 over to 75, then 75 to 40 and through the gorge, and that way to North Carolina, land of scales. Just like Oregon, their scales are always open there, and I always go in them, pretty much. Like we got a little bit of fog.
Take the entrance to the left on I-64 East.
In our Kentucky sunrise. I hear the turbo whining. I don't know if you can hear it. She's a howling. A friend of mine said, a guy on our Facebook page, he said it could be the bearings. They would cause that howl. So usually you guys on Facebook are right. It's that time of year where every road is under construction.
Another Kentucky sunrise in my eyes. The morning haze, green trees, and blue skies. I have memories here that only I know. No harsh cold wind or blowing snow. It's times like these that I'm glad I truck. Being a paid tourist and making a buck. That old Kentucky bourbon is made in these hills. Like the legends in the South, them old cotton mills. There's a truck out on the highway of weight and mammoth size. Just a rolling down the highway in the Kentucky sunrise.
Well, we're here in Dandridge, Tennessee, getting some fuel. At this dinky little Love's. And I do mean small. Looks like it's been flooded here. This is going to be quite a wait. Dandridge, Tennessee. They make these pumps so short, you have to be somebody that's way shorter than me to read the pump. It's almost like you have to bend way down to read it. And at this pump, to me it seems like it should be at eye level, but that's just my opinion. Usually they are. They're up here at the level of your face, not down here. But if I were to say anything, I would be complaining. So I won't complain. Well, remind me not to come to this Love's again, ever. It's too small to accommodate all of us trucks. And I understand they can't have a big, huge Love's at every exit, but come on, come on. And the trucks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 deep, waiting to get in there. Man. Loves Dandridge. Don't go to it. I'm going to drill that into your head. Loves in Dandridge, Tennessee. All they have is a Subway. I normally would have gone to Subway, but I felt guilty going in line and waiting at Subway line. It would have kept the trucks even waiting longer. So here's what I'm eating for lunch. A bag of popcorn.
Take the entrance to the left on I-40 East.
They've got the right idea, Loves. At places where the new properties that they buy, they're big. But some of these old ones, they should just turn them into gas stations. And soon we're going to be going into the gorge, the famous gorge, cutting right through the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Well, we've just come into North Carolina, and of course we're being welcomed by their scales here. I am pretty heavy, so... Oh, and they're closed. Yeah. Well, that breaks my theory, what I said earlier, that their scales are open all the time. Well, there's some guys going on the scale, and they were called in, so... Huh. I got lucky, I guess. Oh, he's inspecting them. Woohoo! I would have been inspected. He was coming around to the door of that truck. In fact, I was behind them going through the gorge. So he was pulling two trucks in there just to look at them. Alright, here's another scale that's just like 10 miles away from the other scale, and it's open. So maybe I'll be the one that's getting inspected in this one. $5 miles an hour. We made it. I thought maybe he would think my turbo's squealing, which it's still squealing. He could misinterpret that for an air leak. But he didn't, so we made it. About 100 miles from Charlotte at this little truck stop. Should get there around 5 o'clock. Since I didn't get to eat back there at that Love's, I got a fake hamburger here. It's not really a hamburger, it's called the steak and cheese sandwich, but it tastes artificial. But I need that protein. A bag of popcorn doesn't cut it. Well, this is definitely old school truck stop. There's nothing modern here. But they were nice. People in the South are so much nicer. Unless you get in some areas like in Louisiana, Mississippi, they can be really nasty there, but they're nice here. Oh, that was a great blinker, guy. Getting on 26 here from whence we came.
Take the entrance to the right on I-56 East.
In Charlotte, North Carolina.
Approaching destination in 300 feet on the right side.
Gate is locked. Call guard. How retarded is that? Oh, we're dropping off the trailer here. I actually called a friend of mine who lives here, and I'm going to go meet them for dinner. Maybe I'll take you guys along. I just got to finish dropping off this trailer, and then we're going to go to Bob Evans. Why don't you guys come along and we'll get some food over there. When I drop a trailer off at a yard like this, I always just double check it and make sure it's good to go, especially since it's a company that we're doing work for that's a different carrier, so I always like to double check them. Now let's go to Bob Evans.
Oh dear Dad, I was the one who stayed true blue. Oh dear Dad, don't you know I stuck by you? Because